Hi everyone, my name is Keely and I'm the owner and creator here at Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for another soap making video. Today I am taking you along as I make the third and final facial soap that I am adding into my range. This one is for oily skin and it is full of activated charcoal and fresh aloe vera. Now over on the Patreon channel I am sharing 2 of the 3 facial soap recipes that I have been doing, and that is for the combination skin and the dry to sensitive. You'll find those recipes at the $5 and above levels up until the end of February 2021 before they move up into those higher levels. So if you are viewing this after February 2021, you will have to join at the higher levels to be able to get that recipe along with all the other previous recipes as well. But what we're going to go and do now is make our oily skin facial soap and see how I do it. Let's go. Alright, so we are once again starting this soap off a little bit differently to how I always do start the videos. This is some homegrown aloe vera. I grow this up on my back deck, and it's been sitting and looking at me for ages asking when I'm going to be using some. So I figured in this facial soap I was going to use some. Now if you don't grow your own, you can always use the store-bought aloe vera gel. The only thing I have with that is that it does have some ingredients that probably shouldn't really go into soap making, like the preservatives and things like that. Not that it's bad, but it can actually cause some issues while you are making your soap. All I am doing here is I am separating this clear sort of fleshy bit from out of the middle here. As with the cucumber from yesterday's soap, I'm trying not to get any of that outer flesh on here because it will cause issues once it is in the soap with it going brown and all that sort of thing. So let me do this rather messy job. Ew, it's such a messy, disgusting job this is. I am once again aiming for about that 50 grams like I had from off the cucumber to go in here. It is a very yucky, messy job here, but I will keep going and get all of this done. I may need to go and get another leaf from off my plant. We'll just wait and see. So I literally need about 2 grams here, so I'm just getting that very tip off so I don't have to go and pull another whole leaf off my plant. Well, that gives me dead on 50 grams there. I'll just pop that little bit in for good measure. Just going to clean this bit of mess up so I don't get it absolutely everywhere. Just cleaning this up, and I'm thinking, I wonder if this is what they actually use in all those sort of alien movies where they need alien gooby stuff all over the actors. It is disgusting to clean up, but it is all done and it is well worth it for the results that you get in the soap. So I have got that measured out. I'm going to pour in again some distilled water, and then I'm going to pop the lid on, pop it through my Nutri Ninja to really blitz this up finally. Alright, so there we have it. There is our aloe vera juice to go into the next soap. I'll go and grab the oils and all the other goodies, and we will get on to making our facial soap for oily skin. Okay, so I think I have got everything here that I need. Again, my oils are different today as this is for oily skin. I've chosen my oils and butters are based on what would be good for oily complexion. Generally, green tea is really good for anyone with oily skin for helping it to sort of get rid of the oils and things like that. So I have swapped up some of my oils to include some camellia tea seed oil, and I've also got the olive oil and coconut oil plus the castor oil to really help with the lather, and I'm using some mango seed butter in here, which I think will go beautifully with all that aloe vera as well. So I have the oils here, we're at room temperature. I'm going to pour my lye water solution in here, and I have taken into account the aloe vera and the water, and I've discounted that out of my water here. I'm going to give that a very quick mix just to bring it all together, and then I'm going to split it up for, actually before we split it up, I'm going to add some of the additives. Alright, that is looking really nice in there, so let's get that off there for a second. I probably will need to use it again just to make sure this is all well incorporated, but I'm just going to put it all in for now. That is our aloe vera and water solution into that one. Now all these facial soaps that I am making, they are all palm free and they are all vegan as well, so don't put my Tassar silk in, because I think all these other additives is what adds that slip and glide. In this container here, this really dark green looking one, I have got some spirulina. Actually, no, sorry, that was the other soap. This one is some olive green clay, which is one of the strongest sort of clays you can have for facial. I have also added in some green tea powder, so we get even more of the goodness of that out of it. And to help incorporate that clay into my soaps, I poured in my essential oil blend, and this one has got that tea tree oil, which is wonderful for oily skin, and I tone it down with lavender and rosemary. So we'll get that all mixed in. Perhaps not the most appealing colour out there, but boy is this one going to be good for the skin. Let's pour off some of that so we can do a little drop swirl of an extra colour through this. And the extra colour, I couldn't go past some activated charcoal, so let's pour that into our smaller jug here, because I really want that green tea to be the hero of this soap. Again, this is actually playing nicely, even though I've put that aloe vera in, and I think a lot of that is once again to do with the essential oil blend. I am going to give it just a little bit of a mix, because you can see I've got a couple of little chunks of aloe vera in here, and that stick blender should be enough just to break it down a bit. As I have done with all of the others, I'm going to do a drop swirl of my two soaps. I'll save a little bit back for once we get to the end of that greeny coloured one, so we can make sure our very last bars have the swirl. And I have my moulds. I decided originally I was going to do my facial ones in PVC pipe, and I decided I actually really like them in these moulds. They're a perfect size bar of soap. Really easy to actually handle when you're using them on your face, because you don't really want those sort of bigger bars on your face. They're just too awkward. So I really like this sort of style. Originally I thought I got them from off of Amazon, but I actually didn't. I got them from off of AliExpress. I did go to get them off Amazon, and they would only let me purchase one at a time. So by purchasing one at a time and using my Prime, I wasn't going to get the free shipping on them, so I just went straight through to AliExpress. I will leave a sort of search link down below, so if you are interested in these molds, click on the link and it will actually take you to a search page. The reason I can't leave you direct links in AliExpress is quite often these sellers, they sell something and then they relist it but under a different link, so the old links never seem to work on them, so you kind of always have to just put in a search link, so then you can actually choose which supplier or which company you would prefer to actually purchase from that way. Oh look, it's the two from the other video. I just need two more. I should have actually calculated this to fit 16, but it was just quite a nice amount to do my 18 bars. Let's grab my spatula so we can fill this last one. I don't know if I'll get any samples out of this mix. The lye water was just a little bit less for this soap than what it was for the previous one, but it should still just fill these up nicely. Oh, and it does. Plus it looks like I've overfilled that one a little bit, so that never helps. Look, I might be able to get one or two little sample bars. Okay, so they are now all done up. I'm going to leave these ones sit overnight. We'll be back in just a moment and we will unmold them. Alright, so these have been sitting here for a little longer than 24 hours now. They are ready to come out of the molds, and that sodium lactate I add into my distilled water solution should really help with that. That is what they look like. I am really loving the colors. Love the swirls around the sides of these bars as well. Really does smell fresh. I know a lot of people aren't keen on tea tree oil, but it is just so good if you have got oily skin. And combining it, I combine it with a bit of rosemary and some lavender, and it just comes up so beautifully. Really loving these soaps and how they're coming out. Just the perfect size as well. So as mentioned at the beginning of the video, over on Patreon this month I am sharing 2 of my 3 facial soap recipes. One of those facial soaps was actually shown last month, and the other 2 have been shown this week. If you do want to get your hands on 2 of those recipes, come and join us at the $5 level, where the recipes will be available until the end of January 2021, and then they'll be moving up into the $10 level for the next 6 months after that. So I hope you have enjoyed watching how I have made my facial soaps. If you did, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. And if you've got any questions, I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Until the next video comes out, I hope you have a great one, and I will see you then. Bye.